All right. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon or evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome, welcome. So, we've got Eve today, obviously. And today is the introduction of a couple of new skins through an Omega sale, Black Friday sale. And the Scorpion Navy issue is one of them. The Scorpion Navy issue actually can do missiles and such. I wonder if it's an underused ship. You know, they talk about sometimes that, you know, ships are underused. I sometimes wonder because you don't see it used very much. So, you know, I don't know. So there's this one and then the monitor. And the monitor is interesting because it doesn't have it doesn't have weapons. And so this is, I believe, the animation that happens whenever you get a kill on the ships. Then it kind of glows like this. The Shack Cat, it's the Scorpion that's great for E-War. The Scorpion Navy issue is different beast. The monitor doesn't have any weapons. And so because it doesn't have any weapons, they decided to make this activate based upon it hitting armor. And so, you know, it's kind of interesting. So they had to make a change for this one, and I'm glad that they recognized that ahead of time, you know, because it's like, you know, well, they could have just done it up and been like, well, nobody ever gets to see the skin activated because you never get a kill. So, in fact, I wonder if there's even a spot for kill marks on these. Don't know. But anyway, there it is. So, last we were here, we were doing some stuff with some drakes, and I have since added more characters to my null group. And so I added 4 more characters, so I have a total of 8 in null now. And actually, I added 5 more characters, I think. I have 1 manufacturing character that I'm moving out here as well that won't be fighting, just be doing manufacturing. And so I've not ever done a whole lot of null manufacturing before. But I figured that if I'm going to use like these fits right here, that, you know, maybe it would be good to at least be able to build Tech 1 versions of it. And so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have the ability to run 8 characters simultaneously in null. So I got to finish building my other machine first. Why is it taking me so long to build? Good question. So anyway, I'm going to share this fit over with my other guy. It's in high sec. And one of the things with my high sec character here, I started looking at auto firing missiles and such. And I'm doing 2 sets of each, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably train up copies of them here in HiSec and take copies of them to nullsec as well. Well, not copies, originals. I'm actually going to take originals out there. I've really been opposed to taking any of my originals out into null. And it's really because then you have to pay attention, right? You have to pay attention in the fact that you can lose them if they're sitting in a station and you don't realize that they're going, that the station is going away, or the station has been attacked and going to be destroyed. You can lose them. So, so keep originals at home? Yeah, well, maybe. So, I mean, I can make a bunch of copies, but I also want to make money. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, Shotcat, you're saying you're planning on Omega 2 accounts. You're planning on Omega 1 for 6 months and then using Plex for the other. You know, are they both Omega right now? I mean, Omega's on sale right now. You know, maybe you just want to Omega both of them. I've always looked at that the way that I do how I Plex accounts or whatnot is that I only do it with extra money. So anyway, extra money in game, which seems to almost be never, but you know, working on it. So I do have 21,000 Plex again, and I got 10 billion in the bank. So, and I've got a bunch of value right here. So I'm waiting for the price to go up on these though. All right, so let's look at this right here. Your PC is 11 years old. Woo-wee. So auto targeting system. Okay, so let's look at that, and then industry, and so view the market on this. Wow, look at that markup. Holy cow. That markup is rude. You know? 29,000, and they're 148 if I want to buy them here in Jita. I mean, they're both cheap, but it's rude, you know? But I'm gonna buy them here in Jita. So it's so cheap, you know, that somebody's getting paid. So Shatcat, yeah, you know, do whatever works for you. Try your idea. If it doesn't work out, then just have a plan B. All right. So there's my 2 auto targeting. And then we're going to need heavy missile launchers. Now, this, we're just going to have to go to this, and then what? We can't go to its base of a heavy missile launcher to without being Tech 2. Wouldn't make much sense. So what do these look like? 333,000 each. And here's somebody wants it to sell it for 3.9 billion. I think some people are on drugs. You know, I don't mind paying this. It's not much in the whole scheme of things, as opposed to going out to whatever region and buying it at half that price. I'm happy to just buy two of them here. By the way, this is a good way to make money. You go out and source these at whatever location they come from, and then you come here to Jita or a Mar or both, and you greatly inflate the price. So it's a trap. Have view sort wrong? Yes. So, and you know what's really bad? Okay, CCP. This is a CCP please moment, but CCP please fix it so that it's lowest price first and highest price first when you're selling by default. And because as a brand new player, your sorting is wrong, and it can cause you to do some shit like that. Now, what new player is going to have 3.9 billion? Well, a credit card warrior. And we do have those. I mean, I actually, okay, so sometimes in our store, I will stop someone from buying something when I recognize something happening. So it happened today, and so we have an Omega sale that started today. 15 minutes before, somebody, a first-time customer, came in and placed an order for Omega. The system held it, and so I emailed them, and I'm like, hey, are you able to wait for 15 minutes? And you'll see why in 15 minutes. Can't tell you why, because I can't give out the information early. But, you know, are you willing to wait 15 minutes? I think you're going to like what you see in the store. And so, they replied yes, and I canceled the order. And then 15 minutes later, instead of a 2-month code, they bought a 3-month for just like $1 more and got the skins with it. Now, I also, when somebody says, I'm a brand new player, and if they're buying 1,000 plex, not a big deal. They're buying a 20,000 plex, I engage with them because I really, you know, it's great to make a sale that big. I mean, it's profit. It keeps a roof over my head and everything. But the fact is that that a brand new player with 20,000 plex does not understand how to use it properly, and they just waste it. And they are the type of people who will pay that $4 billion for this item right here that is probably 150,000 or so. And so anyway, that's just my philosophy. I will take, in most cases, I will default to what's right for the customer over, you know, what's good for profit. You know, so I mean, if they insist on being dumb, I'm okay with that. But I will take a moment to educate people, and because, you know, I don't feel good about it otherwise. All right, so now the Rab, you like the style? Yeah, well, it just comes with a lot of experience too. Maybe when I was a lot younger, I'd be like, fuck it, he wants to pay $600 for a code? Hell yeah. I don't care what he does. But, you know, that can potentially lead to a bad experience in the game. Like, I spent all this money, I bought this humongous ship, and I got blown up type of thing, and now I'm going to have to spend more to do that again, and not understanding why. I'd rather have a long-term customer than a short-term one that makes a lot of profit. So, all right, shield extenders. Variation, large shield extender 1. Industry, blueprint, view details. Okay, this is cheap too. I actually know that I already have some of these, and they are skilled up. Now, I don't think that I want to take skilled up blueprints out into null, and I think that I can, or maybe I want to buy 3 of each of these, or take 2 into null of each, so that one can be training while the other one is used in production. I don't know. Maybe I just fire off copies before a long train if I think I'm going to make more. I don't know. But, all right, I'm willing to pay this inflated price on these as well. And then a medium shield. Interesting. Wait, here, I'll give you all another pro tip. Let me give you all another pro tip. Do you notice here something missing? There's no buy orders for these. So, here's the pro tip. You can put out buy orders for these at 50% of the price of what they sell for by NPC. And then you come in here and you sell it at exactly the same price, or you know, more expensive here in here, or you mark it down one level, so you'd be like 124,730 ISK, and you still double your money. Now, it's not fast, but it's good profit. And because they're so small, you can place a buy order in the entire region and still go and get the stuff in the null areas and everything and not have a problem. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to buy 2 of these. And they're both going to be here at the station. Pay a little bit of a premium. That's okay. They're not very much. So, and then these explosive shield amplifiers. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to build a fleet of these that are Tech 1. When you see my characters, you'll know why it's going to be Tech 1. And so most of the characters that I'm taking out to null do not have
5,433 just subscribed.
Do not have the skills required to run these yet. So so these are going to be bare minimal fits to start, and then if things go well, I'll work on making Tech 2 versions. So, Papa Bear, thank you for the new sub. 1,000 gold to everybody here in your honor. And Papa Bear, we'll see what Dolly is thinking that your Twitch avatar might be looking like today. All right, so 2 of these. Wow. They are getting a 10x premium, or a 5x premium. See, there's no buy orders here either. I think that you, I don't know. I think it's something to try. Papa Bear, finally glad to catch a stream. Well, welcome to the live show. All right. I gotta fix the... Oh, I gotta hide my screen when I do this. I don't know what's gonna come up. All right. Operational security engaged. There we go. All right. I'm gonna build a new prompt here for these. All right. Okay, new prompt built. Do I know how to change notifications in Eve? Deselect certain items, but no way to save. If you're talking about the little hamburger that's at the lower right of your capacitor shield indicator and stuff when you're out in space, I know that there's no save button on there. It just keeps whatever state it was at last. Papa Bear, look at that. Look at that. You are looking fantastic. You know, never mind that your hands are too big to use any computer to play video games, because you look like you're enormous. But yeah, nobody will mess with you. I shall put that up into our Discord, ! Discord, and you can grab a copy of it there if you want that. So, okay, there's those shields. Oh, and then shield power relay. Yep, they're up in our Discord under live shows. All right. Now see here, same price, being sold by a player, maybe. Or no, maybe not. Maybe these are not sold by a player. Now, okay, so this person or persons are being dumb, because it looks like the native price on this is right here, and they put it here higher, not recognizing that it is that it's native here. And here's how we'll know it's native. I'm going to buy 2 of them, and so I buy those 2, and then look at that. There's still quantity 14 available. It's native. It's seeded. So, oh, 365 days means NPC order. Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually didn't know. I didn't, yeah, I never noticed that before, but good point. Good point, the Rab. Yeah. So, all right. Ballistics control system. And get a couple of these too. So this one's native here as well. And here's a player that put one up, put 3 of them up over here and at more. Yeah, somebody doesn't understand the market very well. But they'll learn. When it doesn't sell, they'll be like, if they try and figure out why it doesn't sell. All right, rigs. I like rigs. Rigs are my favorite. All right, so these are player versions. It's still okay. I'm going to buy 2 of them. It's just 5 million. So I make that killing a couple rats. So I'm okay with that. Right, so the auto-targeting missiles, I've got that in here. Oh, and then acolytes. Yes. Drones. These are all player versions. I don't know what the regular price is on these. Seeing there's buy orders here, people buying at 15,000 and 10,000. So these probably these I'm sure originate in Amar. And here's where we're going to find out what the price is on them locally after I buy these. I'm paying, you know, 1.1 million for each of them. And but then if we go into here and then we look at the Hornet, 300,000. That's what they're costing out there, 300,000. So, and then see here, people are buying them and reselling them at more. So there's opportunity for those of you who are wanting to get into small time, you know, market exchange stuff, and you can put up the buy orders. You put them out for, I would put them out for the whole region, and then you just go pick them up in a shuttle if they're out in nullsec. So, all right, and then the last thing is the Drake. Now, the Drake here is right, industry, view on market, and all right, 580 million. By the time it's all trained up, it'll be worth 2 billion. So now I am going to Chat Cat, thank you for the support. I am going to get 2 of them. I'm actually sure that I already have these in. Oh, welcome, Raiders. Joe lost.
It's alright. It's alright.
Cool raid song.
Welcome to the Dragons. I hope you're here to stay. Welcome to the Dragons, where you see how even's well played. Now prepare to get flamed.
All right, Joe, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We are doing a blueprinting out a full build, and gonna take those blueprints into null, and gonna start doing a little bit of industry out there. So, you know, should be good. All right, so I'm gonna buy 2 of these, and now when they're all trained up, these will be worth 4 times as much. So, you know, all right. Well, that's the most expensive part. And so now I've got everything though. So I've got this whole build here, and you know, got all these to be taken out to null. Yeah, and then I wonder if I have stuff to bring back. I suspect I do. Let's see what ships I've got available here. I don't know if I want to take a blockade runner. So yeah, I'm just trying to think. So this one here can be really, really tanky. And so it takes a lot to take it out. I mean, we're looking at 1.2 billion that I'm going to be transporting. It's not a huge amount in the whole scheme of things. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to take out with me because I will be able to bring some stuff back. So let's see what the value is on this. 1.2 billion, kind of like what I said. So, and that's enough for how much we could be at. These are originals, so, but they haven't been researched at all. Yeah. Right.
Warp drive active.
Right. I didn't see anybody scan me. Doesn't mean nobody scanned me. Evolution, a good set for training skills. Yeah. The improved give you +5 on everything. You know, but you'll spend a bit too to make it happen.
Active.
So all of the characters I'm taking to null, because I'm not going to use them all the time, they're going to have their training alts in high sec that'll have their implants in and everything. But when I'm actively using them in null, they won't be in there. So.
Warp drive active.
So these guys, I have them marked as, you know, being part of a group that ganks commonly out here. That would not be enough ships to take me out. I'm not too worried about it. I have a really incredible tank on this ship. And this fit, the Impel, it is on EWB.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, even if they brought bigger ships out, like battle cruisers or whatnot, that being like 6 of them, I still don't think they could take me out. Yeah, this is an Impel. And its strengths are in overheating modules. And so you overheat all of these if you're in trouble. And then you just get an enormous amount of EHP. This character has maximum skills, yes.
Warp drive active.
Here, I'll show you. This character also has implants in that help with it. $551,000 DHP. Native is just 78. You can see what a difference that makes. Now I have some implants in that help buff that, but I think you can get just below 500,000 without any implants.
Warp drive active.
Spank puppies. It's like a mini freighter. It is. It is. It also gets to warp much faster. You notice here I'm using the propulsion each time. The right here it says it'll take 20 seconds. And 19.09 is 20 seconds. And so, but this cycle time on here is 10 seconds, and so I'm able to get to warp in 10 seconds with it. Now, I've been meaning to, I think I have room in the fit for this. I'll look in just a second. But I've been meaning to start trying to abyssal roll propulsion on these. And so if I have room in the fit, well, I don't have much power grid and just a little bit of CPU left over, but you can, if you get like a superior roll, like the maximum amount of thrust that can be added to it, you can get it down to basically 7.5 seconds, which is really 8 seconds. But anything below 8 seconds is considered good, so you can actually then get to warp even faster. I've not done much with abyssal rolls, and maybe I should. So, you know, at the offset of like more CPU or more power consumption, but I don't have much room on power. I only have half a point in power and only 19 CPU left over with this fit. But then I could, you know, potentially, that would be 20% faster that I get to warp. 8 seconds instead of 10, 20% faster.
Warp drive active.
Now I got to figure out keeping all these accounts paid, which puts some pressure on me to plex some accounts. Because I'm literally wanting to use 8 accounts out here. I don't know what happened to my audio. Oh, it's 7.5 seconds with max skills, 10s for micro warp drives. Okay, well then you can get it down even further. Is it really? Oh, I let me look at that.
Warp drive active.
You're right, 7.5 seconds. So we could get that down even further. So maybe we could get that down to 6 seconds. Get it down to like 5.99. Maybe not that far. Maybe we get it to 6 seconds. I don't think that this half second, I just like alignment and everything. I don't think that it matters. I don't think it means 7.5 seconds. I actually think this means 8. Just the way the servers work and the communication, it's that it's one communication cycle per tick per second. And so if it's 7.5, it's still going to fire off at 8. There's not going to be any half second benefit.
Warp drive active.
I don't know of any place else that does a sub tick, meaning like, you know, sub 1 second. I don't know of anything else in the game that is sub 1 second. Everything is at least 1 second. If there is, somebody tell me. I'd love to take a look at that, but I don't believe it exists. Because it's just the way the server communication works. And when you have tie-dye, let's say you have 50% tie-dye, you're going up to what? You're doubling? Or maybe it's a 5 times, something like that. It's just the ticks going slower. Hauling with no hauling music is heresy. Holy shit, you're right. Okay, fixed. Yeah, so an improvement from 5.9 to 5.1 is not an improvement. In fact, 5.9 down to 5.0 is not an improvement. You'd have to get down to 4.9 or 4.99.
At the helm, no time for gloom. Our course is set, our mission clear. In the Horror's gambit, we show no fear.
Through you and Dharma shadows we glide, pirates lurking nowhere to hide. With a steady hand and a prayer so tight, we race through the stars into the night. Horror's life, it's a risky game. In the skies above we make our name.
At the Mars dock, the journey's end. Talia greets us, an old friend.
You do the warp cloak trick with this? No. There's no micro jump on
Tales
this.
of risk and reward so grand. In the Horror's gambit we take our stand. For every hole through dark and light. In the Horror's gambit we chase the night.
Through you and Dharma shadows we glide, pirates lurking nowhere to hide. With a steady hand and a prayer so tight, we race through the stars into the night. Horror's life, it's a risky game. In the skies above we make our name.
All right, I made it to this station here, which is it's my manufacturing and high sec, but it's also kind of a staging station for Null.
Starry night, our legacy. With each new route we dare the flight. In the Horror's gambit we chase the night.
Through you and Dharma shadows we glide, pirates lurking nowhere to hide. With a steady hand and a prayer so tight, we race through the stars into the night. Horror's life, it's a risky game. In the skies above we make our name.
Alrighty. Woo, I made it. Yeah. All right. So,
You, sir, rock.
Task just subscribed for 7 months. Oh, 7.
task. Oh, and Tech 3 too. So that's a nice size. Let's see. That's going to be like 2100 or 210. Oh, Rick, high and buy again. All right, high and buy again. Yeah. So 7 months, 350. Yeah, it starts when you hit up over 2 years, then it really starts getting big. So 350 gold, everybody here in Task's honor, and Task will see what Dolly is thinking that your Twitch avatar might be looking like today. All right, so for the for this, we got stuff here. Now I have to figure out how am I getting it into null. And do I want to even show that on the show? Yeah, maybe not. So, all right. If you're watching on YouTube, see you in the next episode.